You can hear the pain and frustration.
That's it.
As Bob Simmons tries to lift 5 pounds with his left arm. The 72-year-old triathlete can curl 10 times that with his right arm and says his left arm was just the same when his doctor recommended he get a shingles vaccine.
In retrospect, I wish I hadn't. I was in pretty good shape up to that point in time.
Now he says he can't even lift a dinner plate, let alone his 8 grandchildren.
When they run to me and I pick them up, I can't hold with this arm. And it doesn't seem to be getting better.
Bob's doctor couldn't explain it. His physical therapist said nothing was working. He says the pain from the shot started immediately.
SIRVA is something that until recently there was not a lot of literature on. Doctors guessed at best as to what the cause could have been.
SIRVA stands for shoulder injury related to vaccine administration. You can get it from any shot given too high in the upper arm, no matter which vaccine is in the syringe. Attorney Paul Brazil has handled hundreds of cases for patients around the country.
People have multiple surgeries. They could be missing time from work. They could have out-of-pocket medical expenses. So yeah, it can be a pretty substantial monetary payment.
The federal Vaccine Injury Compensation Program pays injured patients to prevent them from suing vaccine makers. The I-Team has tracked more than $133 million paid to people with SIRVA. It now makes up more than half of all the new cases filed each year. But Bob Simmons doesn't qualify.
Any claim where you list the shingles vaccine as the cause of your injury will just be summarily dismissed.
Even though SIRVA is believed to be caused by how the shot was given, you have to have had the right shot to get paid. Seasonal flu shots, covered. Tetanus shots, covered. Shingles shots are not. They differ slightly from the childhood vaccine for chickenpox.
The program was created for the childhood vaccines, which includes flu, pneumonia, chickenpox.
If adults get the same version kids get, they're covered too. In fact, adults account for most of the cases in the program. But Congress has never expanded it to include adults-only versions of vaccines. For example, the pneumonia vaccine Prevnar is covered, but Pneumovax, primarily for adults, isn't. If SIRVA is a covered injury, do you think it should matter what shot it was?
No, it's ridiculous. Why should it? It's the administration of the shot, not what's in the shot.
For every vaccine covered by the program, the patient getting the shot pays a 75-cent tax, which helps fund those payouts. So shots that don't collect the tax can't be included. And sometimes you can't even tell which shot caused the injury. Seniors often get multiple shots at the same time in the same arm.
There are a lot of reasons why it would make sense to just include every vaccine.
He says the pharmaceutical company Merck could have pushed to get its shingles shot Zostavax into the program, but didn't. Now it's facing dozens of lawsuits alleging serious side effects, including death, but no SIRVA cases.
SIRVA is a little different because we think SIRVA is caused by improper administration. Therefore, the manufacturer wouldn't be on the hook for that.
Plus, the shingles shot Bob Simmons got was from a different vaccine maker. His only option would be going after the vaccine giver.
That would require suing the pharmacy or wherever he received the vaccine and trying to prove negligence. Mr. Simmons is in a tough spot.
Bob says the pharmacist who gave him the shot was standing while he was sitting, which the CDC warns against. It's now been a year since his shot, and he says he's lost 80% of his arm's strength.
I'm not really litigious in nature. I just want to get my arm fixed.
Bob got his shot at a Costco in Leesburg. Now, we reached out to the company, which said it cannot comment on the specifics regarding this particular case. However, all Costco pharmacists are certified to administer immunizations and have received training through a nationally recognized accredited program. Costco reported Bob's case to a federal system that tracks vaccine injuries. We checked the records in that system and found hundreds of people have reported reactions to the shingles vaccines at various locations throughout our area.